Okay, so we are back again.
Yeah.
Today we are going to be talking about what's on the menu.
Okay. Lunch, dinner?
Steak?
Finance and
Potatoes?
insurance products.
Oh, finance
Oh.
menu. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'll treat you
Yeah.
guys both to a dinner for
Yeah.
all the knowledge that you've shared and imparted. Before we do, though, quick mention, yourautoadvocate.com. We don't have any menus there. We just have helpful tools, resources, insights, expertise. I'm running out of words. Yourautoadvocate.com. Let us help you buy your next car. Link down below.
Like that.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, Kimberly, you put
Yes.
together a menu, and you
I
actually
have.
put together a two-term menu.
I did.
And you're going to walk us through what the heck a two-term menu is. Pops, before Kimberly does, though,
Yeah.
what do you think two-term menu means?
She's got to run for re-election.
All right, I'm interested to hear what her platform is.
Yeah.
All right, what is a two-term menu, Kimberly?
What if you're a customer that walks in and says, well, I would like to know what my 60-month payment is and my 72-month payment is. Finance manager, can you show me that? Of course, finance manager can show you that. And they're going to put together a menu, which I know we've talked about before, that looks something like this. I threw this together, you guys, so it's not
Looks pretty
perfect,
good, Kimberly.
okay?
It really does.
Yeah.
But it looks something like this. A two-term
Wow.
menu is going to show you what your base payment is at 60 months and 72 months.
Yep.
So that's a two-term menu. That's all that means. Many times you'll walk into the finance office and they'll just have, a 72-month term. And if the finance manager didn't do due diligence and do a pre-interview with you to find out what term you wanted to do, then they're going to take it in their hands to do it themselves. So kind of have that knowledge before you go in. Tell them you want to take a look at different terms and you'll get one of these.
And so really what
Now-
you're looking at is
yeah.
still like each column is representing, this package, that package, this package, but with multiple prices representing the different term.
Exactly. So whenever I tell customers to always pay attention and ask the finance manager where and what is my base payment. That
Yeah,
base
where the heck
payment
is
is going
that
to be
on here?
somewhere on here, right? So your finance manager should direct you right to it. And on this one, it is, where is it on this one? Tough to see,
Upper
isn't
left,
it? Because it's
yeah.
teeny tiny. But it is up here. And it also has your interest rate and what your base payment is. And that base payment is without any additional plans thrown in.
Gotcha.
Now, question I have is you've got the 60-month at 2.9% and the 72-month at 4.29%. And obviously, this is just for demonstration purposes. I don't think anyone could find a 2021 GMC Sierra for $38,500. If you can, let us know down below. You get the Ray Shefska stamp of approval. But, Kimberly, the distinction between those two interest rates, I'm actually just kind of curious because obviously you did that, I think, with some intention. Like, if I
Yeah,
was
I
to get a
did.
longer-term loan, it typically would have a higher interest rate?
That's correct. You will have a higher interest rate. And here's a little tip. Here's a tip. Many times, almost all the time, you don't have to cut your interest rate off at 60 months. Most banks will offer the same interest rate up to 63 months, and some banks will offer the same interest rate up to 66 months. So if you want a little wiggle room in there to keep your payment just a little bit lower, you can always ask for 63 months. Doesn't always have to be 60 or 72. The same goes for 72 months. Typically we'll go 73, 74, and up to 75.
That's an interesting tidbit.
Yeah. Well, it's odd month financing, and most people never think of it.
No, that's good. So I have one, this is, I guess, just like a naive question, but I'm looking at the columns that you put here. And I guess what really stands out to me is the idea that if I do the longer term, and I'm looking at this menu, sure, my price is lower, but I'm paying interest on whatever I'm rolling into that financing, right?
Yes, you are, Zach. Good question.
I'm a good student.
So
Yeah.
let's take a look here at column A. So under column A, you've got your vehicle service contract, GAP, tire wheel, a maintenance plan, paint and interior, and a little key plan down at the bottom. So your
This
finance
is called
manager,
the You Got Me plan, correct?
yes, it's
You got
called
me.
option. It's called option A. So Whenever a customer buys everything, they're called an option A customer.
Interesting.
At the bottom of each column will be a signature line, as well as what your payment would be for that entire column, 60 months and 72 months. So your finance manager is going to go over every single one of these plans, what they do, and let you know that they're here for you if you like. And then they're going to go over to the next column and say, we're going to drop this one off. And the next column, we're going to drop these two off. And you can see the payments go down, down, down. But there's no column with nothing, is there? No, because
It's almost like you did that on purpose.
No, because this is the finance manager's last ditch attempt, column D, to get the VSC, vehicle service contract, and gap coverage and show you your payment. So customers will often say, well, I'd like to have these two, but can I have the tire and wheel thrown in? Of course, you can know this. You can pick and choose. It does not, this is so important, it does not have to be the way it is on the menu.
It could just be VSC. It could just be gap.
Could just be nothing.
It could be nothing.
It's called a menu for a reason. Yeah. You get to choose whatever you want. And if it's nothing, it's nothing, and you know what your base payment is.
This is hard. I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this. Is it a tactic, and we can determine later whether it's a legitimate tactic or not.
I'm all ears.
But is it a tactic that is sometimes employed by F&I managers to suggest, well, that if you buy column A, I can actually lower your interest rate a half a point to help bring your payment down a little bit?
That's one of many, right? That's one of many, many tactics. If a finance manager has the room to do that, they can. They have to be very, very careful with their words. However, it is illegal.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Let's take a 20-second time out here.
Yeah.
We have to be very, very careful with my words because it's illegal.
Yeah. Well,
Which I get it. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not supposed to. If you've quoted the customer a rate, then that's the rate, and you can't say I'll lower the rate if you buy other things. That's the illegal portion.
Yeah.
You can't use buying other things as leverage to lower the rate.
So as a car buyer, should I though? Should I use that as leverage?
Yeah.
Feign interest and stuff? Because you know what's interesting, Kimberly? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the only thing I was going to say here is that if you don't find out what the purchase price of each one of these plans are, and you say, well, I just want the vehicle service contract, I'm going to mark it up even more. Because you know what your payment is with 2, and you know what your payment is with 3. You don't know how much they cost. You don't know how that's going to affect your payment. So if you say, well, I just want the vehicle service contract, they're going to mark it up even more. And your payment might only be $2 or $3 less. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I've got so my juices are flowing. My gears are spinning. What other weird phrases can I use to describe the fact that I'm capable of thinking? So with VSCs, I know, and I imagine with the other products as well, there's a 30 or 60-day window to cancel them for a full refund so long as you don't make a claim against them.
Yes.
What's going through my head right now is, can you turn the tables, I guess, on the finance manager and say, I want column A. I want everything you've got, but lower my interest rate. Give me better financing. And then a week later, you cancel every single product. Is that too nefarious, or am I making a suggestion?
But if you cancel every single product, the payment remains the same up until your last payment, which is then going to go down because of the credit that went to the bank for the canceled product.
But the principal balance will go down.
Yeah,
but your payment
stays the same until the very end.
But you still save money.
Yeah, it's just you're still paying for it until the very end.
Okay. This is why you guys are the auto advocates and I'm the
For instance, if you took them all and the payment was $755 for 72 months,
Yeah.
and then you canceled them all,
your payment's still going to be $755.
your payment's still going to be $755 until you get to the point in the loan where all the stuff that was canceled wipes out what's left, and
So
that
you'd
might
pay off
mean
the loan in, like,
that might
69
mean in
months.
68 months
Yeah.
it's paid for instead. But you've
69.
made the $755 payment for 68 of the 72 months. They're working with your money.
I think there's still some efficacy to what I said.
I'm sure there is.
But I think there's efficacy to everything I say.
It just takes you a long time to get to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we've ran through the menu. You should, if you've watched this video, you should be familiar with what's going to be presented to you. And it could be presented to you in a paper format. It could be presented to you on one of those DocuPad giant things. It could be presented to you on an iPad.
Yeah.
But it's going to be some
sure
columns with some payments. It might be 2-term payments, might be 1-term payment. And now you know what to expect when you see
And
it.
you need to make sure you always ask what the selling price is for each item.
Bingo. What is my base payment and how much does each of these plans cost?
Beautiful. I love it.
Well, we love you.
Aw.
Love you.
All right, guys. Oh, that's good. How do you?
Yeah.
Can you make a
Yeah,
heart?
yeah,
Did I make a heart? Is that a heart?
Yes, yes, sort of. Yeah.
Tell me you love me again.
I
You haven't
love
told me that in
you.
years.
I love you.
All right, Kimberly. See you later. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Kimberly. See ya.
Bye, guys. See ya.